Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say good midnight? This is exciting. It's midnight in Manhattan. My name is Raphaela Nahausen. I'm the executive director of the festival, and I welcome all of you. We're very excited to be showing a hit from 2005. This is us going into the vaults, 2005. This is considered for us the vaults right now, to bring you New York Doll tonight. And we're very delighted that the director can be with us, Greg Whiteley. So please give him a huge New York welcome, and let's bring him to the stage to give us an intro.
Well, at midnight, I think a question and answer that would just be cruel. So I'm going to take any questions you have about what you've just seen right now. May actually be more appropriate. I have one story that will probably become slightly more poignant at the conclusion of the film. I know that some of you in here have seen it because I've drug you here for the second time. But there was a moment when Arthur Kane, who just on a whim had asked me for a ride to the pawn shop to get his guitar out of hock. And I was a young graduate film student, and I happened to have a camera package in my back seat that I was borrowing to shoot another project, a school project. And so just kind of as an afterthought, I asked, do you mind if I film you getting your guitar out of the pawn shop? And he said, no, that'd be fine. Because you could then take this and make it into a film. It'll be seen by millions of people. And I remember thinking, yeah, okay. And of course, we couldn't have predicted at that moment what would happen. I think it's a bit of a stretch at this point to say that it's been seen by millions of people. But it had a premiere at Sundance. It then went and played on last count 4 different continents, I think 20 different countries, and has been translated dubbed into, I want to say now 6 different languages. And it was something I never, ever would have dreamed of for this little movie. The nice thing is that every now and then you go on, you start working on different projects, and you can imagine my surprise when I got the call from the good people at CrowdStarter, Paula and Liz, and they were telling me about this new tool called Pummit. And you'll probably learn more about this later, but in essence, it's this ability to monetize and digitally sell your film online. You can become your own iTunes store. So I think back to that comment that Arthur made about this being seen by millions of people, and me sort of shrugging like, yeah, like that's ever going to happen. And then little steps along the way, little indications that I might be wrong and he might be right. To me, meeting Liz and Paula, being introduced to Pummit, then being brought here to New York, which is my favorite place to come and visit any time of year. These are just little indicators to me that maybe one day he might be proved right. And I'm grateful, each of you. I mean, I look at this amazing city. There's tons of things you could be doing right now rather than sitting in this theater watching this movie. And I'm just grateful you came tonight to watch it. So,
well,
thanks.
these are the hardcore people. I was telling him, we've actually, the amount of seats that were sold are probably triple you. So I think this is just a Manhattan night where somebody went to dinner and didn't leave the dinner, which happens in Manhattan all the time. So,
well, I thought they just did this in the South, where you come and they make up excuses to make you feel better from out of town.
No, you can go to the box office. I have nothing to do with it.
Right.
Go ask. You can definitely ask them.
Look, I would show this film to just 2 people, 1 people. I love to share this movie with people.
How many people have seen this film before? This is a die-hard crowd. I'm telling you, they've seen it before. They're coming again.
I paid that row there, and then these 2 people, I think, are confused. They thought they were in another screening.
And actually, since we have a little time, and there probably won't be a Q&A because it is pretty late, but I was hoping you could just tell us a little bit about this magical tool, Pummit, that you just mentioned. Like, what does that mean? How does it work? What is that technology?
Well, I'm going to butcher this. And so there are people that know a lot more about this than I do, and I would recommend going to a website. Is it Pummit.com, and it's spelled Pummit.com? 1M, Pummit.com. In essence, I'll just explain how it works, and if I get this wrong, jump in. But what I can do is I can take my film on my own, go to the Pummit website, use their tool. It creates a digital file of your movie, a high-def digital file of your movie that you can create a way in which you can link it with a PayPal account, you can link it with Facebook. In essence, there's, I think, a couple of tools that they give you that monetize it, and you get to set your own price. And you can change the price. You can monitor how many people have bought it, who's buying it, where are they from. Like if I'm a consumer and I go and I buy a Pummitized film, I get a link. So it's much like you would view something on Netflix. It's not as though I can now take that as a consumer and just share it with all my friends. I take it, and that link is indigenous to me. I get to buy so many views. I can choose to share those views with other people. And in fact, I know that that's part of the strategy in rolling out some of these films, like New York Doll, is to take a film and then create an incentive for people online to share it with as many friends. And for instance, I think we had a contest that if you got 50 people to buy New York Doll, the re-release of New York Doll, you got a signed piece of merchandise from Sylvain Sylvain, right? So, and it was yeah. Yeah. So, look, if you want something signed by Sylvain Sylvain, and believe me, you do, at the rate that this band is going, the idea that you'll get a signed piece of merchandise from New York Dolls, that's going fast. So, yeah. Any other? Did I explain that right? Am I getting that right? You did a great job. Okay.
And if there's filmmakers in the audience, I believe Pummit is hosting a brunch tomorrow. If I can plug that.
See, I was
There's a cocktail brunch, not just a brunch, but a cocktail brunch. And it's at Oliver's Tavern. You can speak to Liz or Paula, and I think all they need to do is RSVP. Is that correct? And the RSVP is? You can show up, actually. Or just come. All right, cocktails
It's a good brunch, too. They had it today. Like, it was a good spread. I was nervous. I thought, well, I'm hungry. Do I go? Because I know how those things can be. This was good. It was good food.
But they're coming to learn about technology, not just for the food. So.
No, true. But if you're just hungry, you'll learn some, yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
My only request is that you can reach deep into your pockets, purses, knapsacks, whatever you carry, and just turn off anything that blinks, twinkles, talks to you, anything with batteries, just turn it off. The only thing we really want to be watching tonight is your film.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy.